Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you guys have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you for supporting me, as always. Today I have Jason Lopes, my friend.
Of Lionheart Lopes Photography. Gotta check that out.
Yes, so we are going to talk about something a little interesting today. We're going to talk about love. We're talking about, is it better to love and lost, or to not have loved at all?
Very awkward subject for me, but we're gonna see how it goes. Shoot.
Okay. So I'm gonna start. I guess I'm gonna say, for me personally, I think that loving someone can mean different things. I guess we're in this version. We're gonna talk about the relationship version of it. I feel like it's better to have love and loss because you go through that experience and you learn from that experience versus not loving at all and taking that chance.
I think so. You have to. It helps me look for red flags in my life. Everything from the last relationship, I can't say that I was in love, but I think I was in love with the idea of being in love, and if that makes any sense to you. I've learned what not to look for right now. There's a lot of negativity, and it helps me know what I'm going to look for in the future. If that makes any sense to you. So I don't know if we're on the right track. Yeah, kind of like I'm on the right track with that one.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I feel like anything that you go through, like even if it's a bad traumatic experience in life, like when it comes to love, I feel like it's worth doing that versus not taking that chance and giving that opportunity to love someone. You don't know what you can miss, you know? Like, it doesn't automatically have to be a bad thing, you know what I mean? Like, how would you know you're gonna lose that until you tried? And it might not be a loss, it might be a gain, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's better to chance it versus just hiding and like shadowing yourself and restricting yourself from giving someone that love that you can offer.
I would actually agree with you. Well, yeah, actually 100% on that. However, giving yourself 100%, that is where I think I made my mistake. You have to give a feel for everybody first. It's kind of rough because I 100% on all my relationships, or basically everything that I do. So giving your heart out there too much, people might be able to manipulate that and take it the wrong way. So communication I think is one of the best things in the world, and there's not enough of that in relationships.
Exactly.
I don't know, we were talking about that earlier with communication. How do you feel about that?
We were talking about that. I feel like communication is lacking a lot because, like I was saying before, we're hiding behind our social media now. And things can be really like interpreted differently from a text or from a post or from whatever versus the tone that you can get versus in talking in person. You know what I mean? Like, you can hear the tone of someone's voice, you can see their expressions, you can see their vibe of what they're trying to tell you, if it's genuine, if it's not genuine. Like, you can't tell that through a phone.
With my ex, we got in a lot of arguments because of text. Very sarcastic, and you can't pick up sarcasm on a phone.
Right.
So it would start a lot of arguments. Certain things, a little vague text. It's always good to have that communication open, and everything has got to be open. If you're ready to sit down and have a relationship with someone else, you have to take that in consideration. This is another person. This is not a toy. I can't even say a dog because I like dogs. But you have to communication. Sit down, talk it over. If you're having problems, it's better to say it than to not say it because you leave this big open gap for me to assume that something's going on, and then that's where the fights start.
It can be prevented just from communication alone. Like, if you, like I've said in my previous videos, if you can't communicate with someone that you're with, then there's no point to even like be in that relationship, to me. You know what I mean? Because you need that. That's a big key to having a relationship. If you are able to talk about anything with that person, and that's where it comes with the whole love thing. Like, I feel like you love someone, and you can love someone for different reasons, but if you're like in a relationship and you love someone, you're bonded with that person. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just because you love them. Like, there's reasons you love someone that you get to that point where you love somebody. The communication, the bond, the things in common that you have. How would you know if you'd have things in common unless you communicate?
Patience and a lot of time. One of the things, my last relationship, we didn't have patience, and that's basically the key point of it. I think patience is everything. If you're willing to grow with somebody, you have to understand that they're not perfect. You're not perfect. You guys have to work on things. And actually, I think it's to have a plan for love. You have to have a sit-down plan. What are your goals? What are your outreach on your relationship? You can't just go in and say, hey, let's hang out, and let's sit down and do this. It's not going to work like that.
Yeah.
My last relationship went straight down like that because of that lack of communication. And it sucks. It hurts, but it's not the end of the world. It's trial and error.
Like from the next time you enter a relationship or what to look for, you prevent that. Like, okay, been there, done that. You can't go back to that same. Yeah.
I use a lot of red flags. Mistakes, that's the way I learn everything. But do not repeat them because they're not going to change.
Right.
Don't go into a relationship with somebody that's dealing with horrible things in the past, because that love is going to be completely, you're not going to find it there. They have to be a whole person before you start anything.
Yeah.
You have to be a whole person. You can't bring two people that are all over the place, and then it's not going to work.
Yeah. If you like love someone and then you end up losing that person, I think it's it can be for multiple reasons. Like you said, you can love someone and then lose them because they never fully love themselves first before they enter a relationship with you. You know what I mean? Like, they felt that they were ready, but they weren't. But you were ready to give that all to them. They probably weren't there yet because they went through traumatic things in their life and they're just not at that step. So there's a way you can love someone and lose them, but you learned, like, okay, it wasn't me that was the problem. It's something that
the other person.
It was the other person. Like, you learn more about yourself when you go through trial and errors. I feel like it's beneficial to love somebody and then lose. I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, you kind of like don't want to go through that. No one does, because it's a heartbreak and it hurts. But at the same time, how else would you like know what you want?
You learn through pain. That's one thing I know of pain. Pain helps us grow, but like you said, it helps you see where you're at, where the holes in you are. It's not always your fault. It's not always their fault, but they may not be the right person for you. But
you gotta think positive about it. At the end of the day, like, it's not gonna feel good the time that it happens.
Yeah.
But like at the end of that tunnel, there's always a light. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a story, like always a moral to your stories that you go through in their life. So that's how I see it. I feel like everything I go through, yes, it might suck the time that it's happening, but there's a reason it's happening. There's a reason that you're going through that, and you learn something. As long as you learn something from that problem that you're going through, it's worth it.
Willingness. If you don't, it's not going to go anywhere on both parts. If that person doesn't have that willingness to see that you're learning and growing together, there's no reason to be. You can hang out with your best friends. You can do whatever. I don't believe that's what relationships are for. Love is something you don't play with, and I think in this new age, people get the wrong interpretation of that. I don't know. I'm old-fashioned, so.
How do you interpret it?
I believe you have a partner. It's two people growing together and making sacrifices and building on something. It's a foundation. It's kind of like Rome. You build a foundation brick by brick, but it's a partnership. And just like anything in your business, partnership that's exactly what it is. It's a partner. It's not one person. It's not you do everything that I say or I do what you want.
Right.
Come together and you work together and grow together. You build families, you have kids, enjoy life.
Yep.
But that gets misconstrued everywhere because the new generation is crazy.
I agree. I totally agree. I think that's how I feel too about relationships. I feel like you're supposed to encourage each other, support each other, and be a power couple. I feel like
Jay-Z.
But I feel like there's no point in like entering a relationship where you both aren't on the same page and you guys aren't both on striving for things together, because you don't want someone to drag you down.
That's where the fighting starts, I think. If you bring in baggage and I bring in baggage, that's where a lot of the fighting and the arguments start, because you're dealing with something you brought from another relationship. Clean slate it, two different people, don't complain about the past, work on the future. That's where I'm kind of at right now, and it's like, that's hard to a lot of people to grasp.
Yeah.
A lot of people live in the past, and it's like, I don't know. I don't have any answers for that part, but that'll be in another one of her segments. So we'll go off for that.
Yeah, I feel like that's true. I agree completely with you that people tend to bring in their past relationships or past problems into their current, and straight from the beginning, and it already screws up the relationship.
Well, if you don't know, we're in a place, Ice-Ney, they make this great rolled ice cream, and you can hear the chopping in the back. It's a great place if you haven't stopped by. It's in Baldwin Park. That's where all the noise is coming from, but don't take anything personal on that.
Yeah, it was good, by the way. It's the first time for me trying it, and It's so good, guys. If you have not tried like the ice cream that's rolled up like that, you need to do that.
Vietnamese coffee. She had the Oreo spree, but whatever is good. I've had them all. It's great.
Yeah. Sorry, sidetracked. But
It's hashtag ice cream life.
right. But yeah, I really think that relationships are taken for granted. I feel like they're not. People just look at them like for fun. Like I say, it's cool. You know, go in a relationship for fun. Great. Okay, cool. But like there is more to that relation. Like there's a reason you're in a relationship. If it's just for fun, you might as well just go hang out with a friend as a girl. You don't have to be in a relationship at that point. You know what I mean? You can just go hang out with a guy friend. Like it's just like there's deeper connection when it's a relationship. There's more effort and there's more
work. It's a lot of work. Some relationships for convenience. Don't do that to people. People get their feelings involved and stuff like that, and you want to leave it for convenience because they're around. You're basically using that person.
Basically, yeah.
That's wrong. I mean, there's a lot of wrong things in the world, but that's one of the wrong things. You don't play strings with somebody's emotions.
Right.
Because then they become crazy, like me. You don't want that.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, I've seen people like go into relationships for convenience. You know what I mean? Like, like they don't have their lease is gonna be up and they don't have a place to stay, and they're like, I'm gonna stay. Let's be together. Just because it's simple, like it's convenient.
You can't. You have to bring something to the table. All relationships. The main thing about that is work. That love, you have to earn that. It's work. Everything you do it's gonna. You learn to love, but you have to build onto that. And I'm like, I don't know. There's no other way to say that.
Yeah, love is like a genuine thing. It comes with time.
Yeah, it's there, but it's not built. You have to build that trust. You have to build that bond, confidence, all of that. But you have to put in that amount of work, and it's just not. It's not going to work if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Having been heartbroken sucks, and it makes you want to. As a fighter, it makes you want to fight. But it gets you nowhere. That kind of negativity will get you nowhere. And
you kind of have like that guard up. Like when it comes to people, like it can be a person that's like completely a sweetheart, they're free for everything. They're supportive. They do all the stuff that you would like to have in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like a person that you would want to enter a relationship with, but you push them back or you push them away because you're scared to open up.
Yes, I've had that before. That comes from past relationships, but you have to go into a new relationship with an open mind. You can't look at that person as your last relationship. You have to give them the benefit of the doubt, I believe.
Right.
Yeah. But love, in the end, it's an emotion that should not be played with. It's like you have to be considerate and take that into consideration that both of you have feelings. It's not just one. And a lot of people, I think, they don't get it.
That's the thing too. We're sidetracking a little bit, but what I'm thinking right now is like, that's another thing is that communication is big, like we were talking about before, because one can have emotions and the other one's not even feeling that way.
Serial killer life. Not good. You don't want to be like that.
Right, you don't want to be vulnerable either. So like, it's kind of risky. It's like a risky thing because you don't want to put yourself out there too much because you don't know what the other person's feeling because the communication's lacking.
I think that becomes patience too. You have to sit and see where the person is at. But that's all in time. That becomes time. Yeah, it's like, that's the weirdest part.
Some people fall fast.
And that's the weird thing. I'm like that. So what happens in that situation? How do you handle that kind of situation?
So falling fast?
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't fall fast. I take the time to, I'll get attached to someone. Not attached to someone to me is not, automatically I have feelings for this person. You know what I mean? I'm used to them. You know what I mean? I'm used to talking to this person all the time. I'm used to them in my life, but it doesn't mean I have feelings for that person. You know what I'm saying? So me being attached would be like that, getting used to that person a lot and wanting to talk to them all the time.
Consistent.
Right.
Yeah, they have to be consistent.
Yeah. So, but some people I never fell fast for anybody like that. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm glad I haven't or done that yet because I'm scared to. That's why my guard is up right now. I'm scared to open up to anybody too fast because I don't want to get hurt. And that's a guard that I've been having up and that's where I'm gonna leave it right now until I feel like it's worth me putting it down.
That makes sense.
But I don't know. How do you feel? You say you fell fast before?
I have, but that is me being naive. I pick up on red flags all the time. However, I give people the benefit of the doubt. and I think I built myself or built that person up to be something that they weren't, and then I was hurt because of the decision I made to stay. That is pretty much all on me. I need to pay attention more to what I'm doing, or pay attention to the person more. Just go in there with a level head, level playing field, and know exactly what I'm looking for to stop it before it goes any farther.
Right.
That's one of my main problems.
Yeah, going out, putting yourself out there is like dangerous. It shouldn't have to be. Honestly, it shouldn't have to be dangerous to put yourself out there. You should be able to put yourself out there and not like be scared to get hurt. Unfortunately, it's a thing. You can get hurt.
Yeah.
And which has people fall back and like guard themselves so fast because nowadays, you know what I mean? Like
especially nowadays with ghosting. Side
Ghosting,
note, no
that's the
ghosting. Don't just use people for convenience and then just stop dealing with them. That sucks. People, I don't know where that came from. I don't know, probably a little yachty. But don't do it.
Yeah.
Ghosting is no good.
I think that's completely like, I feel like ghosting is completely immature to me.
Very.
Like I feel like be an adult about it. You know, tell the person how you feel. If you're not interested, tell them. If you don't want a relationship, tell them. Like be an adult about it.
It doesn't take that much to do that. That's part of the communication. It doesn't take much to say, hey, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But then you build enemies or build some kind of way by not saying anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. The world is weird. I'm still trying to figure it out. I haven't figured out the answer. I'm getting older, but I haven't figured it out. Probably I never will. Yeah,
I feel like that too, though. Like I agree with you. I feel like putting someone, leading them on, and then just like slowly disappearing and communicating less is like puts the person in limbo.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what happened? What did I do? Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Like, what's the problem? What's going on?
As far as me,
it's a simple text.
Yeah, I lose complete respect for that person. No excuses after that could matter unless there's a huge death in the family.
Exactly.
But it builds enemies.
It does.
It's not right. But that's something that's new that's going around. I don't know.
And you know what's crazy too is like people will ghost and then they'll come back weeks later. Like they'll text you like, hey, how you been? Or hey, just checking on you. Hey, I miss you. No. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I'm like that. Stay away.
Yeah.
Once you ghost,
don't do that.
Stay ghost.
Right.
Yeah, it's got to be lightweight.
It's just you do that because it's like, why would I want to start talking to you again for you to ghost again?
Yeah.
Like no.
I don't understand people's thought patterns on that one.
That's wrong. Strange. I'm not gonna go in ghost moments where I like try to avoid talking to someone because I felt like I just wasn't interested. And yeah, I'm bad at rejecting people. I'm not gonna lie. I'm bad at rejecting people because I don't know how to approach it because I don't want to hurt someone's feelings and stuff like that. So I can see a little bit why there's a ghosting thing involved, but it's not the right way to do it.
No,
it's just not the right way to do it.
I'm more direct. I just tell you, hey, just go away. Get hit by a car. I don't want to be rude, but I'm like, if I'm not there, but I still communicate my message. But most people don't, and that sucks. No ghosting, no little yachty, something. Yeah, communication, rolled ice cream.
I mean, we prefer to not even just text, like call them at least. But I mean, at least text. Text is like it's impersonal, but at least that. At least
just anything. But that's wrong. That's very, very wrong. It's okay. That's life. My master plan for love is to win the lottery. Then I can buy all the love I want to. So there you go.
Never run out.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. You're going to see. It'll work out.
I don't know. I just feel like nowadays, like, it's just so complicated to be in a relationship, and just makes some people not want to be in one sometimes because there's so much. It's just too complicated.
That's the word for it. Very complicated. I don't understand. They're making it too complicated.
Yeah.
I see couples that have been together for 30, 40 years. It's not complicated. It's just you got to put in the work. You got to want to do that. But now everybody wants everything fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, fast and over with, and it's not that serious.
And some people just want to keep their options open too. Make that commitment.
Oh my God, commitment. Well, why though?
Like they just want to. They're like, oh, I'm too. I have. There's other people out. There's plenty of fish in the sea. I just don't want to just commit to one fish.
But that is so. That's a horrible way of thinking.
And that's how cheating happens.
Yeah. Just don't.
Like a bunch of connections.
Just don't get involved. You want to cheat? Just don't get involved with people. That's basically how I look at it. Just don't get in the relationship. Just tell them, hey, I'm not really into that, and leave it like that.
It's either that or be open about it, and see if the other person's open to what you're doing. Maybe they're the same way.
Yeah.
Maybe they're fine with an open thing, or maybe they don't want to have a relationship, and they are fine with you guys talking and talking to other people too. Like it's all communication, really.
They have swingers for that. That's a weird thing, but they have that kind of stuff. Internet.
Or open relationships.
Yeah, that's so weird to me. I can't do that because goes back to unprotected.
Diseases,
too many diseases.
all that
Too
stuff.
many. I can't do that. I don't understand this new generation. Everybody should just eat ice cream and be merry and happy. It's not that
Put a white
simple.
picket fence.
I would love that with ice cream.
With ice cream.
I would love that. But
White picket fence, a big dog.
Big dogs are great because little
Two-story
dogs.
house.
Oh my God, yeah, that would be even better. So these are all the things that you look for, goals. You know, have the big dog with ice cream.
So they can eat your ice cream.
Yeah, see, and they're really good at eating the ice cream. We're working on it.
It's a plan.
That's how it starts. A plan. I like that idea. Actually. I'm like, I never thought of it like that. Yeah, but it's good.
Yeah, that's the thing. You talk to someone, and it's genuine, and you talk about your life. They talk about their lives. You guys find things in common, and it's genuine. It's all genuine. It's just conversation. You know what I mean? It's not something that you're looking for in a relationship.
Yeah, they're really chopping up some ice cream back here. Yeah. But that is one of the best things. Don't be fake. Being fake is one of the worst things you can be. Just be yourself. It's not that hard, but people make it harder than necessary. Oh my God, these people are really, and there's a lot of customers here, so they're going to be hacking and slashing on ice cream. Yeah, but I like that point. It's got to be, everything has to be consistency, work, or there's no love. And if there is on one side, be considerate of that other person and just cut it off, because you're going to do more damage to somebody else.
Right.
And it's not worth it.
You don't want to lead them on, and then they just fall harder, and then you break their heart even more.
Yeah.
It just escalates. And then they're going to resent you. They can resent you, and then you're just going to, I'm sure that if you have some heart in there somewhere, you're going to feel guilty about that, and then you're not to live that down. You know what I mean? Like, you're always going to have that feeling like, wow, I really hurt this person, and I can't go back and fix it.
You cannot. Once things are done, once everything is said, you can't take it back. People can forgive you, but they don't forgive.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not worth it. But what is worth it? Rolled ice cream. Try this out, Baldwin Park. I'm not trying to get sponsorship or anything like that, but hey, it is what it is.
Ice cream, just get ice cream. Forget the relationships, guys. Forget relationships. Just get ice cream.
That is the
It's
best
easier.
planet. Yeah, it's the best planet in the whole world.
Let ice cream be your partner in life.
Yeah, I love it. This is awesome.
So guys, thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up like I said previously. If you have not tried the ice cream rolls, do that. So good.
Yeah, hashtag, what is it, ICENY Orlando. You got to try that. I am
If
Jason.
you're in Orlando.
Yeah, you have to. I'm Jason the Lionheart Lopes.
Yeah, I'm going to have Jason in other videos, I'm sure. So he'll pop in more than this one time. I like to have returning guests in my videos.
Excellent.
So
It's very positive energy, and we'll work on this dog thing. We might have a dog next time.
maybe. Ooh, yeah. We could do that. And ice cream.
I love it. It's the best thing.
Alright guys, thank you for watching.